It's week 6 of the 2025 season. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Seahawks and the Texans on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're underway from Seattle. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with a loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Prescott here from the gun. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Dak. Watson with the catch. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. That's him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Texans and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball will go right over their head.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Stroud. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they bring him down around the 34. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Stroud. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down from the red zone. He brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down and the 3rd and short.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. And Cass got it. Complete. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Complete on the slant to Watson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. Dak off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're left with 4th and short. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. That's taken in by Samuel. This is ahead for about 5. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
That's Evans making the catch outright. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Keely Ringo making the play. And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A tight end in motion now. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he gets him around 6 there. Keely Ringo making the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. The throw is caught. And that play's brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any.
And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans now lead by 10. Mike Evans with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Seahawks offense running out now. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Prescott here from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open. It beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he'll go down, we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Texans working here. 2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He'll get this to Samuel. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually. So 2nd down coming up. Here's Stroud now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw, Stroud. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And A decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. 1st and 10, Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. It's caught Metcalf. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st down, here's Dak. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Another throw for Prescott. Charbonnet with the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Dak throwing again. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. That's complete. Here's Brown. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. From the gun is Prescott. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's going to be 4th and short. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. They stick with Jacobs. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. We've come to halftime. The Texans in unfriendly confines. But hey, they've got the lead. Now we'll send you from one end of the country all the way to the other. Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. T. Higgins, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Jaden Daniels, excellent in the victory.
And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends.
We're moving right along to the start of the second half. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Will Levis,
starting from the 5,
strong in the victory as his guys run their
stopped on the return of the 27. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 46. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Charbonnet now up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Dak now from the gun. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Has a man, it's Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Finds the in route, complete. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Quick slant to Samuel. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Jacobs running behind center. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's taken in by Samuel. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. To the air, Stroud. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So as expected, after we saw their reactions to that call, the Texans throwing the challenge flag.
Play is under review.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Stroud. He has the 1st over the middle. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run. Jacobs. He's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 yards, and that moves them that much closer. 2nd and goal now from the 2. Jacobs. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Going to run again with Jacobs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Throwing on first is Prescott. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Prescott here from the gun. He's got a man left. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. Second and 3 now. Now Prescott. Watson with the catch. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's got Watson. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. That one gains 7. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. First down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he's able to push forward to the 25. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Charbonnet on the toss. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Handoff now to Charbonnet. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Third and long, Prescott. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They get an even 10 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Now a run with Jacobs. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They run it with Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Handoff running right, Jacobs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Texans nearing their 2nd win of the campaign.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on first. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Handoff here to Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's got this down to the 40. Looks like they want to squeeze every point they can out of this game. Field goal team is out there. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. So the Texans come away with their own win. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.